finally met with the dean of the business school that was centrally located in Florida. And he told me, you went to an HBCU, you don't have the horsepower to hang with our students.
Sometimes a narrative is written on your behalf that you didn't write, you didn't pen, you didn't author. And so sometimes you have to change that narrative. Right. How do you do that?
You know, part of taking ownership is acknowledging the narrative that others have written for you. Up until now, you've probably let other people write your narrative. They've taken your story. They've said, this is who you are. This is what you do. This is how you do it. This is how good you are. This is how bad you are. This is the type of person you are. They are literally writing your narrative and you're just following along as if it's a regular thing. It's not regular. You're not regular.
Right? I'll say a good example of that, Bernard Hopkins. Didn't have the greatest upbringing, came up in poverty-stricken neighborhoods. 1, 2, there we go. Went to jail a couple of times, but jail was a blessing in disguise because while he was in jail, 1, 2, he learned how to box. Learned how to box in prison. 1, 2, 3, 2, there we go.
This isn't for the people who want to be regular. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. You're watching this because you know that there's something inside of you that needs to change. You just don't know where it is.
Learned to box in prison. Once he got out, changed his life around with the sport of boxing. Got on, TV, HBO, went on to become multiple world champions, the longest reigning middleweight champion, I think with 10 title defenses. So what he did is he was given a narrative by society. He made some bad decisions, but he used the sport of boxing inside prison. 1, 2, there we go. To come out and make a change for the better. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go.
You can't change what has happened, but you can change what's happening. Your present, and I say this in like all my videos, your present sets up your future. Point blank, period. And at this very moment, like right now, you get to determine what that future will be. You're here because of your past, but you can determine where you need to be in your future based on your present.
And a lot of people that come into the sport, boxing is like not the easiest thing to get into, to stay in. And so you got to just figure out how you're going to make the sport work for you. 2, 3. There we go. You want to come in, meet your ends, take care of your family. 2, 3, 2. There we go. Hopefully leave a legacy in the sport. Double jab. There we go. But ultimate goal is becoming a better person, better individual.
Story time. I applied to the school which shall not be named, but is centrally located in Florida. I was applying to grad school. I had the grades. The test scores were they were getting better. I applied to the school like 3 or 4 times. I finally met with the dean of the business school that was centrally located in Florida. And he told me, you went to an HBCU. You don't have the horsepower to hang with our students. He was writing a narrative for me that I wasn't going to allow him to write. So I said to him, you put me in a room with your students and I'll run circles around them. That was the end of the conversation. I was not going to let him write my narrative.
There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2. Good.
And because I took back the pen from him, I'm where I am today because I will never let you write my narrative. It's hard to do. It's hard to stand up for yourself. But if you don't stand up for yourself, if you don't write your narrative, someone else is going to write it.
There we go. 2. We're hooked. There we go. 2. We're hooked. Hook. Double jab. There we go. That's what you got to think, man. Every time you go into the gym, like, what's your narrative? What are you going to write today? You want to come in here and just be mediocre, or do you want to come in here and actually make a change? In the sport. 1, 1. There we go. 1, 1. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. 2. We're hooked. There we go. 5, 3, 2. There we go. Double jab. Good. One rest. There you go.
But I feel better.
Good.
So let me ask you this. When has there been a time in your life, not with you per se, but where somebody maybe started strong and faltered and they changed their narrative in a negative way? Or we could do the positive. They started off horrible, but they were able to change the narrative into a positive.
Right. So I would say for the negative, for if you're looking for the sport of boxing, I would say Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson came in, had a huge following behind him, young fighter, heavyweight. Came in, he had a good team behind him, but he lost that.
Yeah,
he lost that team though. Through Casamata passed away. I think his manager passed away, and then he was left to the Sharks. 1-2. There we go. And based off that, then he just wanted to make some real, some bad choices with his life, but he was able to bounce back from that too as well. Did his prison stint. 1, 2, 3. Got back on the right track. Then guess what? Had some opposition in the ring, via Holyfield.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 1, 2. We had the biting incident. Then he went away for a little while as well, but came back and still did some things in the sport. But now, double jab. Look at Tyson now. People don't remember for that. People don't remember for, going to jail, double jab. They would still remember him for biting Holyfield, but it's not in a negative way, really. 2 rear hook. There we go. But there's always going to be a chance for you to, if you have that love for the sport, that love for people, to come back. 1, 2.
There's a lot of things that we can't control in this world. There's a lot of them. But our narrative is directly in our locus of control. It's ours. It always has been. So I just want to encourage you, whatever it is right now, whatever people are telling you you can't do, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're not fast enough, you're too old, you're too young, you're too fat, you're too short, you're too skinny. Whatever they're telling you, don't let them change your narrative.
The saying is like, as long as you can love people, you're always going to be relevant in life. As long as you can love people. 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3. The minute that you stop caring about people, I think your time's going to be up there. 1, 2, 3. Double jab. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Double jab. There we go. There we go. Negative to a positive. 2. 2. There we go. 6. 5. 3. 2. Roll under. 2, 3, 2. Double jab. Pop, pop. There we go, champ. There we go. There we go.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes,
Any
sir.
last parting words you got?
Anything you do, just keep striving, man. Every day is a process. Every day is not gonna be a good day. Every day is not gonna be a bad day, but those days will come. Only thing you can do really is tough through it. Perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. Use the negative to make you positive, etc., man. Everything's a going phase. We're never gonna be perfect, but we can strive to be perfect. That's what I tell people, though, right?
Always a pleasure, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You control your narrative because it's yours. You control it. You got this. Stay motivated.
Keep your mind in control. Keep your mind in control. Keep your mind in control.